Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for spending time with me today. And for those who are new, my name is Milou. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. I feel like saying, thank you, Greeter and Noel and Pat. If you are here, Linda, I really appreciate your help. I'm not sure who's helping me today, but thank you very much. You know, uh, well, the biggest I keep I'm so guys, if you were intuitive you would understand. Yeah, I mean we are all intuitive, but when you're seeing pictures flipping on inside of your mind, it's kind of difficult sometimes to pick which way to go, and I can't help it since I do this live. But I will start with the White House because that's the place I am seeing first, and I'm going to continue with the theme of that black sheet that I saw hanging over that place. I am hoping that Dr. Fauci, I feel he is going to be safe, so let's keep our fingers crossed. But there are going to be people, members of Trump's staff, who will be hospitalized. That he's still acting in an arrogant manner. He's still tweeting all kinds of stuff, crazy theories, but this guy is terrified. Yesterday he tweeted over 100 something times. It feels like to me he's really losing it now because besides the fear of losing to Biden, not that he cares about the people who are sick, he couldn't care less. I just, it's beyond me. I touched with this guy yesterday. People around him are getting sick. From what I understand, not only Stephen Miller's wife, I believe Stephen Miller as well is on quarantine. Okay. He could not care less about those people or anyone around him who's ill. All he cares about is whatever it takes to get reelected. And if it means getting help from Putin or anyone else, I've mentioned it before, I was hoping I was wrong, he could not care less. And yes, Putin and other people who have interest in him getting reelected are doing everything they can behind the scenes. They have bots propagating all kinds of conspiracy theories. And some people have asked me questions about things they've heard. Let me say this while I'm on the topic. There is a TV station called OAN. From what I understand, they are managed by somebody who used to work for the Putin in Russia, if you will. Not to listen to anything they say. It's not true. It's a propaganda station. I heard about that from CNN yesterday. In any event, I wanted to make sure I get that out of the way since I am on the topic of Trump promoting all kinds of crazy stories. And we haven't seen anything yet. He's desperate. He's afraid. He doesn't know what to do. And I said before, Republicans will bail out on him. I'm talking about leaders, senators. I still feel that we're at a turning point right now. And it's in the news. My prediction is some will bail out on him. I still feel the same way. I feel like saying they know they are going to lose their seats. Thank you, Ms. Millie. Thank you very much for the super chat and for your generosity. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. A lot of them wish they knew in February what they know now when they gave Trump a pass. It's coming back to bite big time. And yes, they will lose the Senate. It's not going to be easy because they're going to do everything they can. They are all desperate to hang on to power. Republicans, that is. So don't expect this to be easy. Regardless of how we go about voting by mail or whatever, we must vote. We have to get rid of these people. Thank you, Marietta Berto. Thank you very much for the super chat and your generosity. I appreciate it. We have to do something. We can't sit back because what concerns me most is because even people from the chat or people who listen to my stream or the video afterwards believe some of the things that those conspiracy theorists are putting out. But don't believe any of that stuff. If it doesn't sound right, yes, don't believe it. Okay? And that's Putin's job, but I feel Putin is going to fail. And the number of people that are dying in Russia, it feels like to me, I'm going to branch off a little bit because I have to include this. I was thinking about it this morning. Russians will ignore the threat of the virus. They will take to the streets because of what's going on over there now with this virus. And Trump is trying to do the same thing Putin is doing, lie to us Americans as Putin is lying to the Russians. And he's killing people, well, medical doctors who are trying to help Russians and because they complain they don't have enough PPE. That's what Trump wish he could do in this country. Unfortunately for him, journalists, although they are doing a lousy job, they are putting out a lot of information. That's why Trump, the past few days, has even became more agitated and afraid. It is because a lot of information that are coming out, even if it's not 100% correct, 90% of it is. His behavior, what he wants, how he wants to go about doing it. And you know something? I was on my way. I went to drop some stuff to my mom yesterday, to my sister's house for my mom. And I was driving back up. You know when somebody wants everything and they keep grabbing things, they putting it against their chest and, taking as much as they can, and all of a sudden everything spill down because they can't hold it all. That's the picture I saw yesterday as I was trying to figure out where Trump is going to go next. When I say things he's picking up, he's trying to grab as much power as he possibly can. And somehow something is going to stop him. Everything is going to just fall apart. It is falling apart already. He simply hasn't realized that he has no way out. Intuitively, that's what I feel like saying. McConnell knows him and his Republican buddies, their days are numbered. So the going forward, he's going to have to let them do whatever they can to win instead of just citing the party line or whatever it is, whoever they want to use to blame or use to win re-election. A lot of them will lose. And McConnell, I wouldn't be surprised. If McConnell doesn't lose, He's not going to be the majority leader. But my friends, don't make any mistakes. We all have to take action. We all have to keep our hands. We have to vote. We have to do something because intuitively they are panicking right now. And yes, McConnell will welcome behind the scenes if it takes Putin's help to stay where he is. And the General McRaven, I believe he's the general. McRaven, I heard him on Twitter, a clip from something he said on CNN, because I don't know whether it was yesterday or sometimes last week. He was explaining how the way Trump is going about dismantling our form of government. And I said that a long time ago. That's what Trump was doing, but I didn't say it as eloquent as McRaven put it. I explained it in the term of the way it was done in Haiti, how Papa Doc went about removing competent people and replaced them with his cronies. And that's what Trump is doing. And he has Kushner in the White House. Kushner, basically, from what I understand, is president, and I'm not surprised, because Trump is not doing anything except for sitting in bed, tweeting. But McRaven explained it amazingly, and I feel intuitively he's correct. But for McRaven to come out and say something like what he said, explain the way Trump is going about dismantling our form of government, basically taking apart DOJ. Now he's going after the FBI. He's done it with the intelligence community by putting Grinnell there. I mean, everything, you name it. He's replacing everybody with temporary people. But you know something? I don't think it's going to work. In fact, it will backfire on him. And what's going on in the White House right now, the fear that's going on in the White House, a lot of people are blaming him, not to his face. They are talking to their families about it's Trump's fault, from what I understand. And it was obvious. There is a disease going around, okay? Instead of encouraging people around him to protect themselves, he's saying, no one wear mask around me. We have to go out and because we don't want to spook the country. How ignorant is that? It's unbelievable. If they think they are going to be able to put out this fire in the White House soon, they are mistaken. And that black sheet that I see hovering over the White House, if they are not careful, they will lose some people. And we don't know yet the extent, how many people are sick around Trump. Unfortunately, some people from the Joint Chief, it seems like, are not well, or at least they put themselves in quarantine. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And Trump talking to Putin, and I've said that before, this I remember vividly. I said every time Trump talks to Putin or meet with him, I worry, because he's doing Putin's bidding. And some of the stuff that we see going on, some of Trump's behaviors, yes, it's because, the guy is not well upstairs, given the fact that he's a narcissist. I don't know how to put it, but I'll use this term. I'm sure you guys will understand what I mean. There's a loose plan that Trump is executing, but it's not going to work either. because I don't believe the theory that Trump, because he doesn't want to project an image of weakness, or if we see him wearing a mask, not me, not you, people in the stream, or 99% of people who are going to be watching this video are not going to believe, are not going to, believe what he's saying, but beyond us. I feel like saying it's not a mistake. Trump is truly a sick puppy. It's not only that when I touch with Trump, it's not only he hates people who know what he perceives as smarter than he is, know more than he does, but I am going to say something that's pretty sick, but I'm sure I'm going to be validated at some point down the line. He wouldn't mind if Fauci gets really sick and somehow he can no longer perform his job. You know why? Because Fauci is popular, he's not. In his mind, if these people get sick, everything, who's going to be the point man? Him. And that's what he wants. He wants the limelight. That's what Trump, I feel when I touch with him, could not care less. And also, in a way, put those people at risk. And there is something, I don't remember ever seeing Trump touch his face. But the other people do. The best way to catch this thing is by touching your face, your nose, however other ways. But touching is the most direct way of getting this thing. Breathing, you may miss it. You may get lucky. You don't, not enough particle in the air, But if you watch people behind Trump, most of them touch their faces. And Trump is sick enough to notice, to pay attention to these things. The point I'm trying to make is Trump is not only killing us or allowing this thing to kill us, Americans, but if it can remove a few people around him whom he feels are grabbing the limelight from him, he doesn't care. That's how sick and how bad this guy is. Intuitively, that's what I feel. There is also anger building up in the White House among his staff and other people. Since I don't know how things work in the White House, I can't explain what I don't know. I'll say it anyway so that, when it comes out, you guys will know. But more people, because they are angry, will betray Trump and his family. They have been lucky so far. But I feel they will run out of luck. Because the White House, I feel like saying, the black sheet that I said that are hovering over the White House, when I was growing up in Haiti, if there is a death in a house and any community, they have that sheet that I described hovering over the White House as to let people know someone who lived in that house passed on. I wouldn't be surprised if they are not careful, if some people who caught that thing at the White House don't succumb to it. And no, they don't have it under control. That thing has taken a foothold there. We haven't heard the last of it. And I feel like saying some of the news is going to be shocking. So let's hope they catch some of those people early enough. Well, they have very good medical care. If they are not careful, my prediction is they'll lose some people. That's why I don't remember how long ago I saw this white sheet the first time I said it. It was months ago. And it was before this thing started. But I feel I'm going to go back a little bit and bring back McRaven and the talk about what McRaven said, because the statement that he made on CNN resonates with a lot of people and has changed the mind of a lot of people who are in the military and even civilians who did not put two and two together. So the media plus McRaven, and I was going to forget as I'm saying this, I found out somebody posted a comment about it. I don't remember if it was, I believe it was Saturday night. I don't remember when I said this, if it was my 6 o'clock Saturday or if it was Friday. I said that a bunch of, Bush, don't be surprised if Bush throws his support behind Biden. And also, there were communications between the staff of all presidents, those presidents that are alive, for them to say something, not because they are Republicans or Democrats, but because they are Americans. Somebody, and I read that on Twitter as well, there is a movement behind the scenes from a number of Republicans to, I don't recall exactly if they said they were going to join with Democrats to go against Trump. But there is a movement, there is something like that that's happening behind the scenes because it's on the newspapers and somebody posted it on the board. So all those things are coming towards Trump. People from the White House are going to turn against him. I don't know exactly how many. Republicans or former Republicans are going to form groups against him. The country, every day that goes by, we lose more people. He's losing part of his base. Among other things. And his taxes will come out. Because from what I understand, this week, I believe tomorrow, some major thing is going to happen. I'm not quite sure if it's taxes. Thank you, SG. Thank you very much for your generosity in the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. The Supreme Court is going to hear arguments over his taxes and documents and the like. And I read a comment made by Judge Conway, a tweet by Judge Conway that resonates with me. Oh, yes. If we think Trump is freaking out now, the next few weeks is going to be even worse. And like I said before, this is going to be epic. And anything can happen. When all those things are, all those things coming together, well, they are already reporting that he's in a gloomy mood. because he did not expect for his poll numbers to be dropping the way they are dropping, and they're going to continue to drop. That's another thing that's always going to get him as well. Friends, we're going to see desperations, and also Republican senators and people in the House, they're going to bet on him. Well, I feel they already have, because I read on Twitter they are trying to distance themselves from Trump. In my opinion, that's only the beginning. Like I said before, they will jump ship. Unfortunately for them, it's too late. The association has been made. They have enabled Trump. And there's nothing they can do now to extricate themselves from that situation. And I feel like saying, I still feel like right now Trump is overwhelmed. The next couple of weeks are going to be worse. Anything can happen. He can just decide, I don't want to do this anymore, because it's going to be impossible for him to put out all those fires that are going to come his way. And also, people in the White House turning on him is not going to be pretty. And it's not because of anything, because they know, because of his carelessness and everything is about him. He basically put their lives at risk. So a lot of them are going to feel, I don't know you squat. So they're going to turn on him. That's what I feel is coming for Trump. Let me check my notes. I know I have some questions that I have to answer, but I wanted to get this out, and it seems like it's taking a lot of time, and I'm going to take a look at the chat to see if I have to... Yeah. I've read somewhere about 70 people. I believe it was in Wisconsin. I'm sorry if I missed. I keep saying Wisconsin because I keep seeing Governor Whitmer's picture. But there's a place, there was a protest about opening the state. 70 people got sick. Some of those leaders, people who are in the leadership calling people to go to protests and stuff like that, we're going to hear some of them are going to get sick as well. A lot of people are going to turn on Trump because of what he's promoting today. Like this morning, I heard he's saying reopen Pennsylvania or something like that. He tweeted this morning. People are going to get sick and they're going to turn on him. It's going to be very interesting to watch. And I believe that's all I had. For today. So I'll answer some questions now. Faith and Winnie is saying Milu Kama is at least following Trump. Oh, exactly. You know something? I was thinking about, was it this morning? I think I was thinking about this. People getting sick around him is going to take, it's not because he cares about them, but it's because like, oh my God, these people are getting sick. They are all around me. When am I going to get sick? He's not going to be able to function. And like Kushner and his family and these people, they're going to get so paranoid. Okay, I mean, it's going to be chaotic. We think it's chaotic in that White House now. It's going to get worse because I don't feel they're going to be able to control that stuff. And from what I understand, people are still not wearing masks. Yeah. Okay. Please, everyone, I'm going to repeat what Monique and B said. Please click the thumbs up because that's one of the data points that YouTube looks at in order for them to place my videos. So I would appreciate it. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. John Poletis is asking, would I be moving? Oh my God, today's Monday. I have to, I'll be back later this evening. So please ask me later, John. I don't want to break the rules. So I'll be back later. That's when I take personal questions. Patricia, yes, yes. Patricia says Trump wants the Supreme Court to give him immunity from investigations by Congress or local prosecutors into his activities as a private citizen. Will that happen? You know, I'm not a lawyer. I did not know the law. I didn't feel he was going to be able to get away with it. But I read something from Conway. He said, and it's on Twitter, he made a comparison between the case Trump is presenting to the Supreme Court now and when Clinton was president, when the Republicans impeached him, he was part of a team of lawyers who said, and he won, by the way, who said, you know, regardless, Trump is president, but he's not immune to prosecution. And also, I don't remember exactly how he put it. So to answer your question, unless Robert is crazy, which is possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I feel Trump is going to have to face the music. So according to Conway, in fact, Trump's case doesn't even make sense. Clinton had a little, you know, at least had a leg to stand on. But according to Conway, who's a lawyer, and he already said Trump is going to lose, and that resonates with me. So, Patricia, I don't feel it's gonna happen, to answer your question. I simply wanted to give you some background. Two ways I was getting that he was going to lose. Well, I believe I've said a long time ago, as I'm trying to explain this, Trump was going to suffer a string of losses. So these are going to be part, as I'm trying to explain it to you, I was reminded that I've said that there's going to be a string of losses coming for Trump. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks coming, 4 or 5 weeks. But him and the Republicans are more dangerous now than ever. So we must keep an eye on them. Blondie is asking, do you think they are going to pass the next stimulus package? And if so, do you have any idea of how much each person will get and how long they will get the as a monthly payment? No, I feel yes, there is going to be another round, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how much it's going to be, but I feel Nancy Pelosi is going to fight to make sure that families are helped. Small business people and they're like, she's going to try to be fair. So that's. Thank you, Deborah Nash. Thank you for saying Governor Whitmer is in Michigan. I said Wisconsin. Well, one of those places. Some 70 people became infected after they attended that so-called protest. It was AstroTurf. They were astroturfing. Greta is saying, I do not feel sorry for the Republicans. They made their bed. They need to lie in it. I agree with you, believe me. I don't feel bad for them at all. I mean, I'm just repeating what I'm getting intuitively. These people, they deserve everything they get. How many Republicans have come out and say anything about 80,000+ and growing numbers of Americans who are dying? In fact, they will try to make a case. It's okay. We are going to die anyway. So these people we should put ourselves out there catch this thing and die. That's the that's their way of thinking. Yeah. So in my opinion, they deserve everything they get. I don't feel sorry for them at all. So please, everyone, do not mistake my intuitive impressions of what's going on with having any sympathy for anyone who's a Republican. I don't care. Excuse me, I don't. Oh my God. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for the next. Let's see, I'm going to go down. Oh my God, 12:35. It's time to go, friends. I'll answer one more question. Let's see. Let's see. More lower is asking, I would like to know if Dr. Mitovist is truthful. I don't know who that is. I have no idea. Sorry about that. The name doesn't even ring a bell. I've never heard of that name. Kyle Jaggi is asking, will Wisconsin get rid of the Republican majority? I feel like saying yes. Because they sent a lot of people basically to their death. I mean, Republicans are going to get hammered at the state level and at the federal level. That's it. Yes, Margaret Tucker says, did you hear that Trump is trying to say that the doctors and governors are lying about the number of people who died from the virus? Oh, yeah. Only very few have really died. Yeah, well, maybe he better get ready. You know what? Let me tell you guys. The majority of the country is fully aware that Trump is a liar. He's not to be trusted, and the polls are saying this. Okay, and I said it a long time ago. Don't listen to Trump. So the thing is, how is he going to explain the refrigerated trucks that so many hospitals in New York City with people bodies stored in them? I mean, Trump can do whatever he wants. He can dream whatever dream he wants since he lives in a fantasy world anyway. He cannot deny facts. Nothing he can do about it. Period. He will pay. Having said that, everyone, thank you very much for spending some time with me today. That's all I had. Thank you all. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email, psychicmilu@aol.com. We can arrange a time that's convenient for you or for both of us. Thank you. I will see you at 8 o'clock. I almost forgot today was Monday. I got another stream later. Till then, bye.